So we're on the motorway heading towards Bathurst. We're quite a bit away, we're still near 2 hours and 20 minutes. But if you look in front of us, you'll see the Blue Mountains, which they don't look like mountains from here, they're not very high. But you can see why they're called the Blue Mountains. They've got that blue colour to it. And the reason for that is because Blue Mountains is... Just give it a little squirt there. Blue Mountains is full of eucalyptus trees. And the oil that evaporates from the eucalyptus trees gives off this blue colour.
Ready.
Oh, that feels so good. Just throws you back in the seat, and the roar of the V8 is just music to my ears. And what I like about this car is there's no pops and crackles when you let the accelerator go. I'm not a fan of that. I don't mind it. Hearing it on other cars, it does make me laugh. It's, you know, kind of astonishing to hear. But back in my day, when your car made those noises when you used to back off, it means that you probably had burnt the valves. So, yeah, it wasn't a nice sound to have back then, because it usually meant that there was something wrong with your engine. But now they tune them to make that sound. But for me, I prefer not to have it. But like I said, I don't mind listening to it on other cars, and I do have a bit of a laugh when I hear it. But yeah, that's just me. I just like this sound here. Just put the foot down and then let go. And just a nice natural sound. So we're only half an hour away now. Getting closer. That's it. That's all we can do to get from 60 to 100. Just set the cruise control on. That way we know we're not going over the speed limit. Because we do have to adhere to the limits. We do not want to get booked. I've said this many times before. And we have 16 degrees down here. This is beautiful weather for turbo cars and compressor or supercharger. Another name for compressor, supercharger, which this car has from factory. Gives you effortless driving in these sort of circumstances. We're going on a 3-hour trip. So comfortable. Car cruises along. We've got overtaking power in an instant. None of this jump out, try to overtake. Oh, not enough power. Got to brake and get back behind the car that you're trying to overtake. In this thing, it's just put the foot down and you're gone. Wonderful vehicle built by Mercedes-Benz and then taken over by AMG. enjoyable, a real grand tourer. Seen any kangaroos pop out yet. Some of them are so big. I remember one year when I was driving south, one kangaroo just popped out to cross the road, was hopping along. He actually literally jumped over my car, not this one. It was the Ford XA-GT back then. Just hopped along and just bounced over the car. It's a huge kangaroo. We haven't seen any on this trip. Bathurst there in the distance. You can see the houses of the town just appearing. As we're just on the outskirts of Bathurst. As we're closing on our destination. Still need another 10 minutes to get to the circuit. Looks like a new servo on the left there. Servo is a petrol station or service station in Australia. We like to call it the servo. Ford dealership here. Any Ford GTs? No. Any Ford Mustangs? No. Maybe inside. Good old Macca's on the left. Cherries. Oh, we might have to stop here later. It is cherry season now, isn't it? Been roughly a year and a half since I've been here. Last time I was here was, I think it was around March in 2019 when I brought a group of tourists over here, around 40 of them in the big coach, in the Pullman, as we call them in Europe. So as you probably know, I do drive Pullmans. And there is one video, actually the first video that we ever uploaded on this channel, where I'm driving a Pullman into the city of Sydney. So if you're interested, go have a look at that. Petrol Vortex 98 124, very good. That is a very good price. So we mark this servo down as I'll come and fill up at this one on the way back, even though we haven't even drunk a quarter of a tank coming from Sydney to here. But we've done 206 kilometres. Yeah, these things don't drink too much when you're on the motorways or highways or freeways. It's the stop-start that kills them. Bathurst driver revived. Sounds like a poem. No, but the guy that made up the song was a poet. So we have to take a left here. There's the driver reviver sign again. Driver reviver closed. Okay, thank you very much for the arrow. I saw the camera lift up then from the walk. Very nice park here for, I would say, cricket. Next to Australian rules, which is the Melbourne football. The only place in the world where they play that brand of football, AFL, Australian Football League. The rest of Australia plays rugby league and rugby union. Although Melbourne does have a team in the rugby league competition, they go quite well. to the roundabout first. That was much give way to me. Very happy to say that I haven't seen a speed hump yet, and I hope I don't see any. You all know my position on speed humps and what I think of them. I have complained many times before in some previous videos. I can smell sausages. You can smell sausages?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, not too strong. Maybe someone make barbecue behind his house.
I think so. Yeah, they have a much more relaxed type of life out here.
Nice quiet area.
There's a nice butcher shop there. I like that old style of butcher shop.
Butcher shop, yeah.
Country reminds you of fresh. I would say that they'd have good quality meat in there. And the temperature's 19, exactly what the Weather Bureau had predicted that it would be. Time is 12:40. Yeah, nearly 12:39. So I don't think the temperature will be going up. It's probably going to be the maximum here. Cool change from the last few days we've had. One of the things I like about Australia is the change, because you're out there sweating it out maybe 3-4 days maximum, and then you'll get a southerly change, so the wind is coming from the South Pole. It's nice and cool, cools you off, so you get some relief from the hot weather. Mount Panorama, you there. Can you see the sign? Mount up there. See that building?
Yeah.
On top of the trees, on top of the
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Should say Mount Panorama on the bottom. See if we get closer.
Yeah.
Get it in. Although it may have got it, you know, a little higher up. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at Australia's most famous race circuit. This is the Nürburgring of Australia. It's a cool day today. It's only 20.5 degrees. Yesterday we had around 33, and today it's 20. Apparently there was snow in Victoria, so the cool winds sweeping off the top of the mountains, heading over to Sydney and cooling us down. And apparently in Bathurst, because it's pretty high there, high altitude, we're going to have only 19 degrees. Yesterday we were in t-shirts and today we're back in jackets. Jaguar. Now the speed limit here is 80 and I'm on the speed limit. What are these guys doing? Still 1 hour and 38 minutes away. Just giving you guys a chance to have a look at the Australian greenery, especially the people from overseas. Because when I watch videos on YouTube, I do like to see what other countries look like. So a lot of the car channels that I watch, I like it when they actually show the road rather than the driver himself. I prefer the camera to be shooting out and showing the scenery of where the car is at and what are the surroundings. So because I like that, I try to do the same to give you people a view of as much of our country as I can.